In late April 2024, a powerful tornado struck Lincoln, Nebraska, capturing attention as it destroyed a warehouse belonging to Garner Industries. This intense tornado, with winds reaching 254 km/h, 158 Myanmar, demolished the building within seconds. Dashcam footage of the event shows the tornado tearing through the structure, leaving it in ruins. Remarkably, despite dozens of workers being inside when the tornado hit, there were no fatalities reported. This storm was part of a larger tornado outbreak across the Great Plains and Midwestern U.S., causing significant damage in multiple states. This incident took place on March 15, 2024, in Rostov, Russia. A man was driving and reportedly distracted by using his phone, which caused him to crash into a fence. The fence's sharp spikes pierced the car's windshield and almost struck him directly in the driver's seat. Fortunately, he managed to avoid the sharp end of the spike, although it did injure his right arm. He reversed the car and got out to seek help. This incident highlights the dangers of distracted driving. A viral video captured a disturbing moment in India where a thief snatched a young girl's phone through a train window. The incident reportedly took place during nighttime, highlighting safety concerns on public transport. In the footage, the thief is seen reaching into the train window, grabbing the phone from the unsuspecting girl, despite her attempts to hold on. She can be heard exclaiming, "Mummy, mera phone hai, le gaya." Mom, he took my phone, as the thief escapes. This video has sparked online outrage. In Lakhimpur Kheri, Uttar Pradesh, a tragic incident occurred during a wedding when the groom, Sunil Verma, was shot and killed in a case of celebratory firing. The shooting took place in Rampur village as a close friend of the groom, identified as Ramchandra, fired a gun. Video footage captured the moment the gun discharged, with Verma sitting among guests as the bullet struck him in the chest. He initially clutched his chest in pain and collapsed shortly after. Police are investigating and searching for Ramchandra, who fled the scene after the incident. In a dramatic rescue in Jammu and Kashmir, a driver narrowly escaped death when his car dangled over a steep ravine. The car, identified as a Tata Punch, lost control on a narrow, mountainous road and came to a precarious halt at the edge of a gorge. Nearby bystanders quickly jumped in to help, holding onto the vehicle to prevent it from falling. This gave the driver just enough time to exit safely. Unfortunately, the car eventually slipped from their grasp and tumbled down the slope, but the driver was unscathed, escaping the vehicle just in time. Sydney Thomas, a 26-year-old truck driver, faced a life-threatening situation on March 1st while driving a semi-truck over the Clark Memorial Bridge in Louisville, Kentucky. As she crossed the bridge, a pickup truck driven by Trevor Branham swerved to avoid another car and struck her truck, which sent her vehicle over the bridge's railing, leaving it hanging nearly 100 feet above the Ohio River. Dashcam footage captured the frightening incident, showing Thomas's truck tipping over the edge with debris falling into the water. Unable to regain control due to suspension damage, Thomas could only brace herself as the truck partially hung off the bridge. In the harrowing moments afterward, she considered jumping into the river below if the truck began to fall completely. Fortunately, rescuers arrived and stabilized the vehicle, ultimately helping Thomas to safety after nearly 40 minutes. Branham, who was found to be driving with a suspended license, now faces charges of wanton endangerment. In a bizarre incident caught on dashcam, an ambulance fell off a transport trailer while on a highway, rolling down the interstate as if it were being driven. The ambulance eventually veered off to the side and came to rest in the median, after another vehicle managed to guide it safely there. Thankfully, no injuries were reported in the accident, though the incident left witnesses and the truck driver surprised at the unusual sight of an ambulance rolling unattended on the road. On September 2nd, a severe multi-car accident in Karaganda, Kazakhstan, resulted in the death of one person and injuries to 3 others. The collision involved 6 vehicles on Amanjolov Street around 2:15 p.m. Tragically, one individual died at the scene, while the other 3 injured people were transported to the hospital. The incident led to an investigation, with authorities conducting forensic examinations to determine the accident's specifics. Reports indicate that reckless driving may have contributed, as one driver was suspected of failing to maintain a safe following distance and colliding with another vehicle. A video circulating online shows a Russian man accidentally pulling the pin on a grenade while sitting in a car. As he inspects the grenade, he unintentionally releases the pin, prompting both him and his friend in the driver's seat to scramble out of the vehicle just in time. Thankfully, both men managed to escape before the grenade detonated, but the car itself was severely damaged. The incident highlights the dangers of mishandling explosives, even in seemingly controlled situations, and has gained considerable attention on social media. During an off-road excursion, a group of motorcyclists encountered an aggressive bull on its territory. The bull, irritated by the intrusion, charged at the bikers, forcing them into a desperate escape. In the video, which has gained popularity online, the motorcyclists can be seen maneuvering quickly to avoid the charging animal, hoping that their engines wouldn't stall in the heat of the moment. The intense and somewhat comical chase showcases the dangers of unexpected wildlife encounters during extreme sports activities. On April 3, 2024, a powerful earthquake struck Taiwan, particularly impacting the Meilun Creek Bridge in Hualien. Dashcam footage recently shared online shows the bridge violently shaking during the tremor, which reached a magnitude of 7.2. The video captures a motorcyclist on the bridge struggling to maintain balance as the structure sways. Despite the severe shaking, the bridge withstood the quake, avoiding collapse or major injuries, though structural repairs were required afterwards. This incident highlights Taiwan's resilient infrastructure and the intensity of the tremor. In Montevideo, the driver of a Kutsa bus, identified as Antonio, experienced a serious accident on Positos Beach on October 26, 2024. After the incident, he was hospitalized in intensive care and later questioned by authorities about the events. During his statement, Antonio reported amnesia episodes and could not recall key details of the accident. He remembered starting his shift at 4:24 a.m. and continuing his route, but stated he didn't remember anything after that until he awoke in intensive care. Witnesses, including passengers, reported that they attempted to warn the driver before the accident, but he appeared unresponsive to their calls for assistance. Emotional testimonies from these passengers have added complexity to the investigation, which is ongoing. Authorities are awaiting the final results from forensic analyses to understand what may have led to the incident and plan to question Antonio again if necessary.